Hey everyone, a while back I did this performance video of a 4-ace production routine. So I would shuffle and cut the deck a bunch, and then in the process, one at a time, I would produce each of the 4 aces. And it's just a really visual routine. It's really cool and it's impressive to both magicians and lay people. So it's a really good one to know. It's going to take a lot of practice, but in this video I'm going to break it down for you and just show you each step of the process. Okay, so a while ago I did put up a playlist that features tutorials for every move that is used in this routine. But I'm still getting a lot of questions about some of the specifics. Some people are confused about the setup, about the timing for a lot of these things. So I'm just going to break it down completely here and show you what's going on. So you're going to start off with the 4 aces on top of the deck. Right. Now I'm still going to reference a lot of tutorials I've done in the past. I'm going to put links to everything in the description box down below, but I'll show you exactly when each move is being done. So you start off with the 4 aces on top. You're creating the illusion of a master card shark. Okay, so you're pretending to shuffle the cards a bunch and then using a very high level of skill, being able to control, track down, and produce those aces. In reality, you actually start off with the aces in your control, and now you're just creating the illusion of mixing up the deck and then just producing them. Okay, so it's really cleverly designed. Yeah. So here's what you do: 4 aces on top. I usually start off by giving the cards just a riffle shuffle, but I keep the top stock under my control. So that's very easy to do. You just do a riffle shuffle, and then you hold back a chunk of cards and then do the cascade. All right. Now, all of these moves that I'm going to do in this routine, they can be substituted. These are just the moves that I usually do, the moves that I prefer. But if you have a move that you like to do that achieves the same thing, then go ahead and substitute it in. This is just how I prefer to do it. All right. So I start with that riffle shuffle, and then I'll do a false cut sequence. It's very similar to the classy false cut tutorial that I put up, link in the description. And it looks something like this. And then, okay, well, I'll do the whole thing at real speed, actually. Here's what it would look like. That's the first ace. Okay, so let's break that down. It starts off very similar to the classy false cut tutorial, link in the description box down below, but very briefly, swing cut, keeping a break, come over, swap this packet with this packet, maintaining the break. This is explained in much more detail in the tutorial, so check that out if you get lost. Slap this packet down, transfer the break to right thumb, swing cut half of the cards above the break, swivel cut the remaining half above the break, and then here's the production. I come over, I grab or I kind of place my thumb on top of the top card of this packet, which is the ace. I peel it to the left, I start to flip it over, and then I trap it in the middle of the deck. Okay, so once again at speed. Cut, 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 slap, cut, cut, produce. Okay, that's the first ace. I place it aside, and then I move to the next phase. At this point, I'll normally do a Hindu shuffle top stock control tutorial in the description box down below. And then I'll follow up with a false triple cut tutorial in the box down below. Okay, that's the false triple cut. After I do the false triple cut, I come here, I come down with my right hand, I snap, and I do a top shot. Okay? Tutorial for the top shot down below. So the timing for that: false triple cut, come here. I usually raise my right hand a bit here, I drop it, and I immediately come down, snap, top shot. Okay, then after the top shot, I may add a little flourish. I just instant replay it back to the deck, and then I come over like this. I scissor the card with my hand palm down, turn my hand palm up. In the process, I kind of twist the card more. I snap it face up, and I place it down. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, so the next step is I do this Sybil cut, which is a really fancy false cut sequence. I'll put a link to that in the description box down below. and then I follow by riffling down the edge of the deck. I just remove just a random card. It doesn't matter what it is. I flash it, turn my hand palm down, and then in the process I'm pushing over the top card just a little bit, and then I pull it back and get a little pinky break below it. Okay, this isn't a move, I just do it, okay, as I'm flashing the card. I flash the card that's not an ace, so I come back, I flip it onto the top of the deck, I push down just a little bit to square it with a card above the break, and then I do the shapeshifter color change. Tutorial in the description box down below. So it looks like that. You make it change. Okay, now the choreography of this, check this out. I do the change, snap, turn hands palm down, turn them back palm up, and then I can do another flourish of instant replay back onto the deck and then deal it to the table. Okay, so now for the fourth and final ace. At this point what you need to do is get a pinky break beneath the top 2 cards. I use a pinky count for that, tutorial in the description box down below, but get it however you want. And then you're going to double undercut both of those cards to the bottom of the deck. Tutorial for the double undercut down below. That places that 4th ace on the bottom of the deck. Alright, at this point I will normally do a bottom retention overhand shuffle. Tutorial down below. And I can do this as long as I want. I can even make this more of an interactive routine at this point. I can tell the spectator, you know, just let me know when you want me to stop shuffling. I could stop here, I could stop here, I could stop here. It's completely up to you. Let's say they stay stopped there. And now you're going to produce the 4th ace. And you say like, well, okay, here's the great thing about this routine is that it's so visual, you don't need to say anything. This can just be like a silent thing and it's impressive. But if you want, if it's your style, you can talk, right? So you could say something like, okay, look, I'll do this last one with just one hand. And you're going to do the hot shot cut. Alright, tutorial down below for that, but to give you an idea, which is tough because I don't have much space here, but it's where you shoot the card out like that. I guess, let me give you a little bit of a better example. So you do a one-handed cut, and then you're shooting out the card. Okay? But normally you would do it at a much wider arm span. And that's it. That's the 4th and final ace, and that's just a really impressive routine. It requires a lot of skill to be able to nail all of those moves in succession. But it's a great drill for practicing, and once you start performing it, it's just a great way to get people to take you seriously, because if you can do that, then they know you're good, right? And this is also a great way to kind of, if you're in the mood for performing but you don't want to go around asking people, just start doing this to yourself and then people will come to you. If it's that kind of environment. That's what I normally use this for. But have fun with that. I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to leave any questions down below. And you know, make sure you watch the tutorials for those moves, because there's a lot of details that I include in those tutorials that were not covered in this video. This is just to give you the structure of the routine. You need to learn the moves from those tutorial videos. So have fun with that. I'll see you guys next time, and take care. Bye.